Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach you English grammar chapter number 6, that is a, an, and the. Students, we will in this chapter we will learn that how to use and where to use a, an, and the. Now a and an. In this section we will learn a, use where to use a or an. Before explaining you the fun activities, students, I will tell you one important thing, that a is used before words beginning with consonant sound. Students, we use a before a word begins with a consonant. B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z. Students, these are consonants. So, whenever a word begins with consonants, we put before that word we put a. For example, a girl, a bird, a cat. But again, I will tell you that a comes before singular nouns, students. Singular nouns that begin with a consonant sound. Example: a rat, a cat, a bat. Now, students, vowels. What are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. We use an before a word that begins with a vowel sound. For example, an apple, an elephant, an ostrich, an egg. Now, students, we will come to the fun activity. Brownie has forgotten to add a or an before these nouns. Help him to do so. Color three of them: a toffee, an umbrella, an ice cream, an apple, an egg, a horse, an octopus, a mango, a man. Students, I will tell you in every word that in the first word, toffee. Toffee begins with a letter T. T is consonant, so I have put a before toffee. Umbrella. Umbrella, this word umbrella begins with U, letter U, that is vowel, so I have put an before umbrella. Ice cream. I have put I have put an before ice cream because the letter ice cream begins with letter the word ice cream begins with letter I, and I is vowel, so I have put an before ice cream. Apple. Apple begins with letter A, and that is vowel, so I have put an before apple. Students, in this way I have done all that. The words a or and an you have just filled in are used before nouns which are one in number: a needle, a bus, a country, an apple, an octopus. Put a cross mark on the S in each word: a birds, an eggs, a hats, an apples. We use a before words that begin with a consonant sound. We use an before words that begin with a vowel sound: a, e, I, o, u. Now, students, come to the exercise. Put a or an before each of these single nouns: a hat, an eraser, an ostrich, a pole, an apricot, a holiday. Students, you can take the screenshots of these pages and then you can write in your book with pencil. Students, I will tell you that why I have put a before hat. This word hat begins with letter H. H is consonant, so I have put a before hat. Eraser. The word eraser begins with letter E. E is vowel, so I have put an before eraser. Ostrich. Ostrich begins with letter O, and an O is vowel, so I have put an before ostrich. Pole. Pole. This word pole begins with letter P. P is consonant, so I have put a before pole. Students, in this way I have filled all the blanks. Now, students, you can use the rule of I have told you over and over again, just because that you will never forget these important rules. So, students, a and an are used to talk about anything in general. Now, students, look at the picture and complete each of the sentences using a or an before the single nouns. That is an antelope. This is an ostrich. It is an orange skirt. This is a saucer. Look, a loin. It is an airplane. This is an ant. It is a shirt. Now, section C. Write a or an before the describing words. Circle the describing words using a color pencil. Students, I have circled the describing words, but a simple pencil you will circle the describing words with your color pencil. Now we will put a or an. It is a hot and a windy day. Hot begins with letter H. H is consonant, so I have put a before hot. What a silly mistake I have made. Silly, the word silly begins with letter S. I have put a before silly because S is a consonant. Now, where will I find an exciting book story? Exciting begins with letter E, and E is vowel, so I have put an before exciting. What a pretty dress. Pretty begins with letter P. P is consonant, so I have put a before pretty. Ugh, what an ugly frog. Ugly U is vowel, so I have put an before ugly. Read aloud the sentences you have just filled in. Students, you will read loudly at your home. You will practice at your home while watching the video. You will read whatever I have done. Now, students, in the right hand side picture, you can see, learn the pattern. A consonant sounds, B and an vowel sounds. Students, I will tell you again. A is used before words beginning with consonant sound, and an is used before words that begins with a vowel sound. Now, students, let's come to the section D. Rewrite these sentences correctly, keeping in mind that we use an before a vowel. What an angry man he is. Here, the previous sentence is what an angry man. So here, angry word begins with letter A, and A is vowel. So we will put an before angry. Now, in this way, we will do the whole exercise. Look, an elephant is crossing the road. I saw an octopus. Students, octopus begins with letter O, and O is vowel, so that I have put an here. Students, I have told you over and over again just because you will remind always. Now come to section C, that is the. Students, where we use the. Students, the is used before the names of rivers, oceans, mountains, historical buildings and newspapers. The is used before the noun, which are definite and denote the whole group of noun. Now, have you ever watched a sunrise in the Himalayas? The Ganges is a holy river. Father reads the Times of India every morning. We went to Agra to see the Taj Mahal and the Agra Fort. The Indian Ocean is named after our country. Students, practice reading aloud these sets of words having the an sound: ban, can, fan, man, pan, ran. Words having the and sound: band, hand, land, sand, grand, brand. Students, I hope that you understood this chapter. Thank you.